Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Demon Slayer Season 1, Episode 21, called Against Core Rules.
I don't really know what to make of that because I feel like this is going to be a cleanup episode. They've done most of the demon destroying. Everybody's a little worse for wear at this point. And
we need a recovery episode.
Yeah. And so I wonder, like, is Against Core Rules, is that like Tanjiro getting a promotion on the spot? And they don't normally do that. Well, that's what I'm saying. I wonder what is going to be against the rules in terms of their interactions, or maybe they saved the sister demon because I think she got away.
No, I think the butterfly lady
got her.
Killed her. Remember her like cocoon of goo?
Ah, yes.
And she was like kinda
maniacal is the word you're looking for.
Kinda nice / crazy.
Yeah, those are the ones you gotta watch out for.
Yes. I really liked her though.
Me too, actually.
And then the Kazuki got polished off by Giyu.
Yeah, he didn't bring a sweat.
But he gave Tanjiro the he was like, oh, great job holding him off.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, big twist. We thought he was dead. He wasn't dead. And then the whole backstory about him with the pretend family, that was messed up.
Yeah. So I will say I had a super, and I'm gonna have to look up who sent it to me again because I forget because I don't remember names. But
we know that.
I asked a question about sword strength and why they were breaking, and somebody sent me a video of actual. Now I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Samurais, ninjas, somebody training and cutting through bamboo poles with swords. And the guys who knew what they were doing went through like 8 or 9 clean. And same sword, different guys got through like 1 or 2. So apparently, and I didn't know this, but I thought it was incredibly fascinating, and I'm pretty sure I watched like all 10 minutes of the sword strikes that were on that YouTube video.
That doesn't shock me.
But there's a ton of technique involved about using your sword the proper way, angles, how you connect with your target. So I thought that was fascinating. And I guess my theory of swords strengthening with their users was incorrect.
I liked it though. Add the fantasy element.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. I thought it was incredibly educational and fascinating, so thank you.
Amazing stuff. But a couple of them are broken.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do now?
Maybe that's what's against the core rules. Sword replacement. I don't know how that works.
We'll find out. I just hope we see more of the butterfly girl because her brand of crazy, that's speaking my language. Okay? So, see what I mean? So, let's do it. Season 1, episode 21 of Demon Slayer is coming right now. Oh my gosh. Is that Inosuke?
No, I think that's the demon. No, it wasn't the hair like kind of looked the same? Oh dear.
Adam, come on. Get with the program.
My bad.
Oh my gosh, you're right. No! Can we just delete everything that just happened?
No.
The eyes for me, it was the eyes. They just looked so beautiful that I thought it was Inosuke, and I was like, oh, maybe he hadn't grown his eyelashes yet.
I love how you
The conviction I had.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, can we just re-record all
No. No, we're leaving that in there for sure.
Oh my
I
god.
love when I'm right.
I'm so mortified. What an amateur. I can't breathe.
Ooh, we got a little butterfly symbol in the corner.
Ooh, love that. Foreshadowing.
俺は体が弱かった。生まれつきだ。走ったことがなかった。歩くのでさえも苦しかった。
I wonder what that would be.
無惨様が現れるまでは。
かわいそうに私が救ってあげよう。
I mean, it's a good person to choose for a minion.
Why?
They'll be ever
Yoshi.
grateful for you.
喜ばなかった。強い体を手に入れた俺が日の光に当たれず人を食わねばならないから。なんてことをしたんだルイ。昔素晴らしい話を聞いた。川で溺れた我が子を助けるために死んだ親がいたそうだ。俺は感動した。なんという親の愛、そして絆。川で死んだその親は見事に親の役目を果たしたのだ。それなのになぜか俺の親は俺の親は俺を殺そうとした。母は泣くばかりで殺されそうな俺をかばってもくれない。偽物だったのだろう。俺たちの絆は本物じゃなかった。
This almost makes me feel bad for him.
何か言ってる。まだ生きてるのか。
丈夫な体に産んであげられなくてごめん。
その言葉を最後に母は事切れた。死んだ。
大丈夫だルイ、一緒に死んでやるから。
殺されそうになった怒りで理解できなかった言葉だったが、父は俺が人を殺した罪を共に背負って死のうとしてくれていたのだと、その瞬間唐突に理解した。本物の絆を俺はあの夜俺自身の手で切ってしまった。それでも無惨様は俺を励ましてくださった。
全てはお前を受け入れなかった親が悪いのだ。己の強さを
Master
誇る。
manipulator.
Yeah. My heart is
そう思う
pounding.
より他どうしようもなかった。自分のしてしまったことに耐えられなくて。たとえ自分が悪いのだと分かっていても毎日毎日父と母が恋しくてたまらなかった。偽りの家族を作っても虚しさがやまない。結局俺が一番強いから誰も俺を守れない、かばえない。強くなればなるほど人間の頃の記憶も消えていく。自分
That's
が
such an
何をしたい
interesting
のか
sentiment.
分からなくなっていく。 手に入らない絆を求めて必死で手を伸ばしてみようが届きもしないのに。
小さな体から抱えきれないほど大きな悲しみの匂いがする。
Holy moly!
The storytelling behind him is incredible.
I thought last episode was as deep as we were gonna get with him.
Yeah,
with
me
like
too.
the backstory, and I know it was it was like post-human, but I thought like that was basically gonna be it.
Like moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart was pounding for that whole story.
It's amazing how like just the details about like his childhood changes how you feel about him. Like about the demon and about his circumstance.
I don't know if I was able to get to that place. You felt bad for the demon, I felt bad for his parents.
I mean, for all of it. Like this is the takeaway. You have Muzan, who comes in and sees a situation that he can use to his own advantage.
Such a predator.
Absolutely.
Hate that guy.
And offers the family hope where there was none. Doesn't tell them what the consequences are. Turns their son into a demon. Destroys the family.
Do you think that the parents had a choice though, or do you think I was under the impression he went straight to Rui?
I thought that he's like, hey, I can help your son. Okay. I can give him a strong body.
Okay.
I'm making the assumption that he left out like the demon part. And you know, when that happens, now the family's set to deal with the consequences.
But also very interesting that Rui was still living with his parents when he was a demon.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if the transformation can happen slowly, like if you don't really...
Because when we met Nezuko, she was like feral, almost.
Yeah.
And she wanted to kill everything, and I found it very interesting that Rui was basically still living under his parents' roof, doing this typical family dynamic, but killing humans by night.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting that he didn't attack his family until he was attacked. Like, I kind of got the impression before we saw that scene that he was turned into a demon and then he killed his family, like the demon rite of passage or whatever.
And the fact that he completely, you know,
yeah,
his emotion overcame him with this like deep belief that his bond with his parents wasn't real.
Yeah. So
then he killed them, but then it was too late.
Yeah.
Before he realized, oh wait, they were gonna sacrifice themselves as well.
And now you spend your life searching for something
yeah,
that you had. Like it's
heartbreaking.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't feel bad for him, honestly. I
mean, okay. Yes. So I guess the emotion I'm feeling is heartbreak for the situation. Maybe I don't feel bad for him for how he chose to create his family and whatever else, but like the heartbreak at the situation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. You're like, that's such a horrible situation to be put in.
Kabutsuji Muzan, really
mastermind.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I'm also completely rattled, and I will tell you why I was convinced it was Inosuke. I thought that the Rui storyline was done. So I was like, why that? When you were like, it's the demon, I'm like, no, we're moving on.
Close-minded. You're too close-minded.
Yeah, look at me. My imagination needs to be a little more expansive. And I will not get over that. That's something I'm going to think about probably for the rest of the day. Okay?
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
The biggest error of all time. Ugh.
Get that blood.
Where's the vial? This is an important one.
Just that act of sympathy right there. Of him not being alone.
We don't deserve Tanjiro.
ごめんなさい。全部僕が悪かったんだ。どうか許してほしい。でも山ほど人を殺した僕は地獄に行くよね。父さんと母さんと同じところへは行けないよね。
そんなことはない。一緒に行くよ、地獄でも。
I have goosebumps.
ルイ、
父さん母さん。
ルイ、どこまでも一緒よ。
全部僕が悪かったよ。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
Whoa.
人を食った鬼に情けをかけるな。子供の姿をしていても関係ない。何十年と生きている醜い化け物だ。
殺された人たちの無念を晴らすため、これ以上被害を出さないため、もちろん俺は容赦なく鬼の首に刃を振るいます。だけど鬼であることに苦しみ、自らの行いを悔いている者を踏みつけにはしない。鬼は人間だったんだから。俺と同じ人間だったんだから。足をどけてください。醜い化け物なんかじゃない。鬼は虚しい生き物だ。悲しい生き物だ。
He's not gonna be about that.
Yeah, you remember them, don't you? No.
どうして邪魔をするんです富岡さん。鬼とは仲良くできないって言ってたくせに何なんでしょうか。そんなだからみんなに嫌われるんですよ。
I guess I shouldn't be surprised that she's so heartless, but
And even the inscription.
evil demons. I kind of like her though.
I need to learn more. Initially, my initial impression is that I like her, but I was wondering how long it would take Giyu to remember them.
Yeah.
And now he's like, he saw Nezuko and she was like full feral.
Yeah.
And now with like the muzzle just like peaceful, he's like, hold on a sec.
What he didn't see the part that she played in the Blood Demon art, did he? Did he?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
Oh.
That's actually, now that I think about it, keeping her alive is going to be against the demon core rules.
Yeah.
Let's slow on the uptake.
We got there eventually.
Yeah.
But
Here I wanted to get a promotion.
I mean, that would have been a bonus twist for sure.
Fair.
That speech about them being human and stuff, he's like, of course I will bring my blade down on demons without mercy, but they were humans too. I got like full body chills.
Well, it's just the respect of like what they used to be, and it's like, I don't know, it's just him to a fault.
And a lot of them didn't have a choice.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm totally on board with how he thinks about it.
He is, that compassion, that empathy is going to like be an ingredient that makes him the top demon slayer ever.
Oh, that's a bold prediction. I like it. I like it.
I mean, okay. Originally we're like, well, because we've been calling him a generational talent for a while. But I just took it. I've been calling him a generational talent. And I just took it to the next level by saying best ever. Okay, maybe that's a big jump. But like, I really think that emotional component is gonna serve him big time.
I agree.
You're so satisfied that I was wrong.
And normally it wouldn't be a big deal, but just like your conviction of telling me that I was absolutely crazy.
I was like, Adam, get with the program. Oh. But I really, in my defense, we have only seen Inosuke without his mask on like once. There's actually no excuse. Okay, clip clap. Are you okay?
I'm making sure I'm not too high.
Is that hair? Oh my gosh, was that one of the bald babies?
Yeah.
はあ、すげえ高価だな。校長様の解毒剤は。
That's because she's a poison master.
それをこの状況を見て瞬時に調合するんですもの。本当にすごい人です。それと彼。
おお、あいつな。
彼が鬼を倒してくれたおかげで、ほんの少しだけ毒の巡りが遅くなった。
よし、こんなもんだろ。
Finished
順調
treatment.
順調。これなら全員助かりそうだ。
ですが、早急に作業を済ませて、なるべく早くここを離れたいですね。
そうだな。だってここ。
Is that like the Demon Slayer core medics?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they do sword repair.
さあ、富岡さん、どいてくださいね。
俺は嫌われてない。
That's his takeaway?
すみません。嫌われている自覚がなかったんですね。余計なことを言ってしまって申し訳ないです。
Sorry, I brought that to your attention that people don't like you.
坊や。はい。坊やがかばっているのは鬼ですよ。危ないですから離れてください。
違います。いや、違わないけど、妹なんです。俺の妹で、それで。
ああ、そうなのですか。かわいそうに。では、苦しまないよう優しい毒で殺してあげましょうね。
動けるか。動けなくても根性で動け。妹を連れて逃げろ。
富岡さん、すみません。ありがとうございます。
これ対立違反なのでは
The boys, get out of there!
Boys are still strung up in the tree.
体中痛い、苦しい、痛いと叫びたい。
Make yourself move even if you can't move.
我慢我慢我慢我慢我慢我慢。俺は鬼殺隊を抜けなければならなくなるのか。いくら妹とはいえ、鬼を連れている剣士なんて認められない。
I love that he's standing up for her.
She's gonna jump.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, she is a badass.
Yes.
私を止めようとすることも結構ですけど、もう一人いることも忘れなく。
Boo!
足を止めるな。体を動かせ。 少しでも遠くへ逃げるんだ。
Oh, he's being trailed by that other one. Yeah. Oh. That's gotta hurt.
しまった。なんだ。
No,
走る
no,
の
no.
が精一杯で。禰豆子。殺隊。逃げろ禰豆子。逃げろ。走るんだ。絶対捕まるな。いいぞ。
Oh! Haircut.
小さく子供になった。
Oh my gosh, I love that.
逃げるばかりで少しも攻撃してこな
Oh,
い。
she's doing.
どうして？
She doesn't want to hurt you.
言われた通りに鬼を切るだけ。
I mean, the butterfly lady is amazing, but she's a little cocky. A lot cocky.
Well, and it's interesting. She's the exact opposite of Tanjiro. It's these are the rules. This is what I have to do. I don't care about the situation. Like there's no discretion. There's no room for any kind of critical thought. It's like demon kill. And that's
But
it.
she's also like very confident and like assured of her abilities, and it's just like nobody's better than me.
I mean, and so far that belief seems founded.
I wonder if that's her little protege.
What do you mean?
The one that looked like Snow White with the like baby butterfly hair clip.
Oh, maybe.
I wonder, yeah, if that's like her little
Trainee.
Yeah, but it was interesting that I wonder if it was out of character for Giyu to show that kind of like compassion and humanity. Because she seemed surprised.
I think here's my read on it without knowing anything. I think he's incredibly loyal. That would be my take on him.
But what does he owe?
But he saved them. Like he saw the situation already.
Exactly, he saved them once before. Like he doesn't really owe them anything.
No, but I think loyalty and owing somebody are different. So he saved them. He made a judgment in the situation.
Well, and he sent Tanjiro to Urokodaki.
Yeah. So I think that there's a loyalty there. At least to like, hey, he seems like he would be willing, like, has she killed anybody? Like, let's follow up on where you were last time and see. I think he's still ruthless. But I think in this situation, he was willing to give Tanjiro, like, the benefit of the doubt, or to at least find out what the situation was.
Okay. 富岡さん、聞いてますか、富岡さん。鬼を切りに行くための私の攻撃は正当ですから、違反にはならないと思いますけど、富岡さんのこれは対立違反です。鬼殺の妨害ですからね。どういうつもりなんですか？
That's a good question.
なんとかおっしゃったらどうですか？
Does he have a
通
headlock?
告です。
Yeah.
理由くらい話してください。
Oh, they're gonna report back.
Yeah.
あれは確か2年前のこと。
そんなところから長々と話されても困りますよ。嫌がらせでしょうか。嫌われていると言ってしまったこと根に持ってます？
No, wow! Was she seriously just gonna stab him in the face? Do you think that that's legit, or is he acting on his own?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
Saved by the bureaucracy. can't believe she was about to knife him in the face.
That is ruthless.
額に傷がある。
よし、高速だ。
これ、顎は骨が割れてるんじゃないか。
かわいそうだな、縛るの。
Okay, I was worried about Inosuke.
さあ、鬼じゃないよな。人間なのか。こいつが履いてるのは大服だぞ。あ、かぶりもんだこれ。人間だ。よし、連れて行こう。うわあ、こいつもすげえ怪我だぞ。なんで吊るされてんだ。
Because he's an idiot.
Giyu did it.
何にもできなかった。俺一人
Okay, I'm glad that they're all gonna
鬼を一匹も倒せなかった。
be in the same place.
That might be a huge realization for him.
俺ってあんまし強くないのかも。
You can't get strong until you admit where your weaknesses are and what you need to work on.
See, I find that statement by Inosuke heartbreaking as well. In a different way than the whole demon family and his family discussion. In the sense of just like, to see people who believe something so deeply and have such a strong conviction to something, you know, be defeated or suffer a setback and then begin to question themselves, like that is hard for me to watch.
That's so
And I
interesting.
know Inosuke is annoying, and I know that I have, you know, been frustrated at his antics and, you know, how he is so like single-minded, doesn't want to collaborate, but it just like, it hurts me at the same time to see somebody kind of be put in their place, kind of, you know. Sometimes I want it to happen, but in this case, it's just like, oh.
See, for me, I'm almost the exact opposite. Like, to me, him saying that is coming to this self-awareness, and I think that this is going to be the turning point of him, like, hitting the next level and becoming just incredibly good at what he does and like a teammate.
I believe that too. I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
I know that in the bigger picture, it's gonna make him be a better like team player and work better with others to like accentuate his abilities. But it's just like that initial hit of like, I'm not as good as I thought I was. Like
being at rock bottom. That
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. No, I understand that. I guess I wasn't really empathizing with him in the moment. It was like, in his development as a human, like this is the point where I think it's just gonna go like
no,
this.
it is for sure.
Okay. No, fair enough. I can get behind that.
Do you think the crow acted on its own because he was like, I know the situation, and if she kills Giyu, this is all gonna like blow up. I need to do something. Or do you think he actually got a message from headquarters?
Whose crow do you think that was?
I don't know whose crow it was, but I'm just saying.
Well, no, I was asking that because I was wondering, like, if you thought Giyu's crow was stepping in to help the situation, or one of the other ones, like they were tied to their partner, or if their loyalty is strictly with headquarters.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think...
that wasn't my question, though.
I think the orders come from headquarters.
I was hoping that the crow acted on its own and just kind of went rogue and was like, I'm gonna save the situation. But that was pretty cutthroat that she was about to back kick stab him in the face.
I mean, it was kind of incredible. She could have knife in her boot.
But do you know how hard it is and how few Hashira there probably are, and you're about to take one out because you won't even give him time to tell you the story? Seems a little impulsive.
I think that's...
Especially, he's got you in a headlock. Like, let's just, like, hold on a second.
She was still confident that she could get out of it.
This is a good twist.
Oh, boy.
ぐるぐる巻きにされた。なんだこいつら。なんかすごいテキパキ後始末してんだけど。それにあの子。最終選別にいた子じゃないか。俺たちをぐるぐる巻きにした女の人と似た髪飾り。
You were right.
こちらも超屋敷。
そう、怪我人はみんな。
Not really.
付近の鬼は私が狩るから、安心して作業して。
そういえば聞いたことがある。
事後処理部隊隠し
Kakushi.
視察隊と鬼が戦った後の始末をする部隊。構成する隊員は剣技の際に恵まれなかった人たちがほとんどだとか。夜明けだ。
And everybody's safe for another day.
Well, is Nezuko in her box? Like, this is important.
I guess we're gonna have to see the headquarters.
My heart is racing. I'm so excited.
I was gonna say, I just pictured the whole headquarters being surrounded by wisteria.
Yeah.
Smack. Ooh. Dang.
6 of them? They all would remind me of like the X-Men.
Yeah, that crew looked like the real deal.
Oh my. They were so vibrant, so colorful. The one guy had like clear eyes. Like.
They looked like a group of personalities.
Yes. Oh my. Okay, this is not the twist that I thought this was gonna take. I am so excited. Also, I did not even recognize the little girl from the final selection.
No, me neither.
But interesting that she has the same hair clip, so maybe her and Lady Kosho were trained by the same person. I don't know. Very exciting.
Do you think that the Demon Corps is run like the Hashiras have like a council to decide what's going on, or do you think there's like an organization or a bureaucracy that sits on top of that sends them places?
I think there's somebody or some people on top of the Hashira, because there was that random man that was communicating with the crows that like dispatched Giyu and Lady Kosho.
My initial instinct was like it was a Knights of the Round Table deal.
Oh.
I'm probably wrong, but that's like kind of the vibe I got.
I am like so excited. We also learned about a different like faction of the Corps, the Kikushi. I think that's what they were called. The cleanup crew of sorts.
Yeah.
Very interesting. How many different sectors are there here? Because we've got the Demon Slayers with their 10 different ranks. We got the Kikushi that are cleaning up. Like, we are getting into the like nooks and crannies here of the Corps, and I'm all about it.
I didn't realize there were so many seasons of this show. What?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I didn't think that was the direction the conversation was gonna go.
No, well, you were talking about getting to know like the organization. I was thinking if there was 1 or 2 seasons, maybe we wouldn't really get to know. But then that made me think about how much content there was, and that's where my thought process went.
Okay.
But I agree. I agree that it's interesting to see how they work. I wasn't expecting to meet all the Hashiras.
No.
At the end there, and I'm curious to see how they decide Tanjiro's and Nezuko's fate. Like, is there a trial? Did he break some rules? Will they force him to choose?
My instinct is that the heads of the Corps have been aware of what's going on this whole time. I don't think they necessarily knew that there would be this crossover so early. And so I think that it's like time to inform everybody of what's up. Because the crows have been communicating with Tanjiro, Nezuko's been around, and the crows report back. So clearly the heads know.
So do you think it's like an experiment? We have this situation, we've never seen it before. This demon is helping and not killing people. Let's see how this plays out type of deal.
And we have to all be on the same page here that Nezuko's off limits or something.
Was it just me, or was Giyu not in that shot of
No, he was
Hashira's.
not in the shot.
Interesting.
He was not in the shot. Maybe he's going to be on probation for a bit.
I wonder if there's a hierarchy within the Hashiras. Like, I wonder if it's kill total. I wonder if it's seniority. I wonder if it's ability. I'm always curious because no matter what, there's always a hierarchy.
We will see. I did not expect... I thought, like, yeah, we're kind of breaking some rules here, but I did not think that we would be meeting all of these new people at once.
The High Council summons.
Yeah, I am very excited that all of the boys in the original gang are gonna be in the same spot. I was a little worried that somebody was gonna be left behind. So I'm happy about that.
I mean, once again, we're left with just way more questions than answers, which I feel like I say after every episode. But
I hope by the end of the season we just have like a nice like breaking point so that we're not...
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, let us know what you think. Did you anticipate this all going down? Please, somebody out there, tell me that you made the same mistake that I did at the beginning, thinking that the Rui story was over. I'm gonna guess that I'm the only one that dropped the ball that hard. So...
It's not that you dropped the ball, it's just your sheer conviction, which is something I love about you.
I'm embarrassed about that, yeah. I am embarrassed about that. Holy. Like, talk about cringe and, like, feeling bad about Inosuke. That's how I feel about myself in that situation. Rock bottom. But yes, please comment below. As always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because we've got to meet some more characters and Adam has got to figure out some names next week.
I got Giyu.
Bye, guys.